Hi, this is a quick tutorial about how to use Diigo to improve how you research. Diigo is a great online organizational tool that can help you put all of your research to work in the best possible way that it can. So what Diigo does is it allows you to collect. It allows you to save and tag your online resources for any access, anytime, anywhere. That means that when you install the Diigo extension, which you can see up here on my Chrome toolbar, that you are going to be able to grab any website that you choose, images from those websites, annotations from those websites, and collect them all in one place. It allows you, like I mentioned, to annotate things as well. You can annotate web pages, PDFs. You'll actually even be able to annotate directly on databases. And so we know that really active reading and active participation in what we're reading and researching really helps us to retain what we're doing. And so those annotations features are going to be really helpful. It also allows us to organize. And so this is the most important thing, because in the past, many people choose to just bookmark resources that they want to use for a paper or a project. And what Diigo allows you to do is do that at a much more sophisticated level, to where you can actually organize your links and your references and different things, not only through tags and other things that we'll talk about, but also through Outliner, which will be in a little bit of a different video. It also allows you to share your research with friends, classmates, colleagues, or associates. And what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we are always sharing the things that we find to our 7th grade ELA group, which is going to allow us the benefit of what other people in our group are doing. And so here's just a quick Diigo at a glance overview of everything it does. It allows you to bookmark websites within Diigo, not just on your toolbar, tag things so that you can search them easily, compile a personal library so that you have things that are just for you, highlight with and use sticky notes for annotation strategies, and then use Outliner, which again, that'll be in a different video. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you really quickly how we're going to go through and do this. And so you should already be signed in, and you should be able to go to your library. So this is my library once it loads, and I'm going to give you kind of a quick tour. The things that you really need to be paying attention to are the links that are at the top. So you have my library, my outliners, my groups, and tools. Tools isn't going to have a ton for you, but you can always go there and look. Then if I go over to my username, that's also where I can get to my settings. I can discover things. I have all the help that I need over there. On the left-hand side, I can look at all my articles that have been annotated. So if I've annotated things and I want to sort by that, all I have to do is click, and these are all websites that I have annotated. I can also look if there are any ones that are unread, which I don't have any that are unread right now. It also will have for you all of your tags. And so I actually have a large number of tags that are in my Diigo library. But what it'll allow you to do is, if I'm researching things on the environment and I'm tagging things by the word environment, if I click on that, it's going to pull up anything that I've ever tagged with the word environment, which really is helpful, so that I don't have to worry about creating too many folders for things or things for different projects. Whatever it is that I need to do, I can just have everything right there at my fingertips. And if I'm done with that, then I just click X and it'll go take me back here. The other thing that it'll do, you can see in my library, is anytime you see these colored markings on the side, those are annotations that I have done for these specific websites. And so you can see that for this website, I have 11 different annotations. If I want to, I can click that to collapse it and have a more streamlined view. I can also collapse everything if I just want to see each of the websites that I've saved, or I can expand everything up here to make sure that I can see it all. I can also add directly from here a bookmark. I can add an image. I can add a PDF here, which would allow me to annotate that PDF, and I can add just general notes here. And so as you're going through and exploring everything that Diigo can do for you, you want to take a look at each of these things. The biggest thing that I would like to show you right now, though, is how to bookmark a website that you find. And so it's hurricane season, and a lot of us are really interested in things that are going on with hurricanes. We also know that in 7th grade we study human-environment interaction. And so I want to show you a couple of websites and what Diigo can do for you. If I've taken a look at a website and I've decided that it's both credible and reliable, I can see that this is a .org. It's a professional website. It's got some affiliations down here at the bottom that I know make it more reliable. I want to go ahead and bookmark this. When you've installed the Diigo extension, all you have to do is click on that extension and it'll open it live right on the website. I want to bookmark this, and so every time that you bookmark, I want you to do some specific things. Number one, I want you to make sure that it has a title, which the title is right here. If I wanted to edit things, I should be able to do that. So all I have to do is click on that. I can click on the link here, and I can edit anything in the link that I need to. I can add a description, which a description here is a great place to put a works cited. It's a great place to give yourself a short 1 to 2 sentence summary of what is in the actual article. The more that you put in your bookmarking, the more beneficial it's going to be to you later on. For right now, I'm going to leave those things blank, but I am going to add some tags. And so when you add a tag, all you have to do is type it in, and as soon as I hit a space, hurricane is going to be one of my tags. I can also do environment, and as soon as I type in environment, you can see that it's going to prompt me to choose this word environment. That's because I already have some tags that work with that. If I wanted to do something like environmental impact, which is more than one word, but I wanted that to stay as a single tag, I would just put it in quotes. And so by putting it in quotes, it'll keep those things together. Sometimes there are also some recommended tags down here, and if that's something that I would like science, you can just click those and it'll add that. Diigo also allows you to add your websites to an outliner. Again, that's something that we're going to explore in a different video. But we can also share it to a group. And every time you bookmark something, I would like for you to share it to our 7th grade ELA group. That's going to allow us to really have the benefit of the research that everybody else is doing. When you're finished, you can click Save. And now this is saved. What you need to know, though, is as I go through, I'm going to show you how to annotate on a website. As you go through and do that, you always need to make sure to have launched your Diigo extension. You need to be able to see this little toolbar right here in order to be able to see your annotations. And so what's awesome about Diigo is that I can go over here and I can choose a highlighter. I can choose any kinds of different colors. I'm going to stick with yellow for now. But let's say there's something that is on here, for instance, right down here, that I really want to grab. I can just grab that and highlight it. Again, as I'm sitting right here, I can change the colors. I can also add a note for this. That I want for myself, and I can save those. And so as I'm going through and I'm doing this, I'm annotating everything that's going on here. You can see also that as soon as I had an highlight, I have the options here of changing my color. I can add a comment, I can share this, or I can delete it. I can also view this in my library. The same is true of my post-it note. And so I added my post-it note here. It's private, which is fine. It's just for me for right now. I can throw it away. I can share it. Or I can change even the color of my post-it note. So whatever it is that I want to do is fine, and it will coordinate with what I wrote here. I can also add other post-it notes if I want to. So that I can remember different things if I want to. Diigo is also one of those extensions that can recognize things that are going on your page. And so Diigo also has the ability to save images. And if I want to save this image right here, if I just hover over it, you'll notice that my little D pops out down here. The first one is a paperclip, and I can attach this image to the page URL. and that's fine, and it just uploaded that image for me. I can also go to this next one and I can tag it as a standalone item. And if I want to do that, then it'll save the image for me just like it would have for a bookmark. So if I want to, I can put hurricane and environment, and I can share that to our ELA group, okay, and save that. Well, as I'm going through and I've been marking these things, my Diigo library is updating. And there's two ways that you can always get to your Diigo library. You're more than welcome to bookmark Diigo here. The other thing you are welcome to do is just click on that D, your Diigo extension, and down here at the bottom you have this box that is how you can go to your Diigo library. And so if I click on that, then it's going to reload my Diigo library, and you'll notice that here are my annotations for the website that we were just looking at, and I attached that picture. And so that was that first one that I looked at. I also have the picture here that I tagged as a standalone item. So that's really great for making sure that we give credit to the images that we want to use. It's also really great for making sure that we keep track of everything that we're doing inside of Diigo. So one more time, I'm going to show you how to bookmark. And again, every single time that you bookmark, I want you to make sure that you are launching your Diigo extension. You're going to save the bookmark. Again, you can also go down, you can annotate this article, we can annotate PDFs, we can annotate a screenshot. There's lots of different options here for you. We're going to bookmark this. I'm going to, if I want to, I can click on here and change my title, add a description. As you guys go forward, you're going to start adding a works cited or a bibliography reference here, and maybe a 1 to 2 sentence summary that will help you remember. And then for your tags, again, if it's prompting you with certain tags, you can add those. I also might add, let's see here, environmental impacts. And again, if I want to add 2 words together, I'm going to make sure that I put quotes around it. And then you're always going to share it with our 7th grade ELA group, and then you're going to save it. So what I want you to think about is, as you're using Diigo, you really want to make sure that you're thinking about how you can make it work for you. You want to experiment with all of the different ways that you can annotate. You want to make sure that if you want different things that are in your showing up on articles and things, that you hover over different images and things, because that'll give you different options within Diigo. You can always get things that you want. So if I want to screenshot something, maybe I want specifically this chart, I can do that as well, and it'll actually let me write on the chart itself. And so I can save different things that I've done with my charts. I can tag this as a standalone image so that it's got whatever I've written. There's so many things that you can do here. And so what I really want you to do is I want you to explore what you can do, and I want you to make sure that you participate in the next activities using Diigo to maximize what you are doing.